Hello. A few weeks ago, I expressed an interest in smart telescopes. I bought a Dwarf 2 and a Seestar S30. The Dwarf 2 arrived, I unboxed it, and it was damaged, so I sent it back for a refund. Then the S30 arrived. I unboxed it. I've messed with it a little bit here in the house to see if it works, and it does work. Tonight I'll be trying to, but it's been really cloudy for like 3 weeks. So tonight's the first night I'm actually going to be able to take this thing out and test it and see if it works. And I'll get back with you in the morning and let you know. In the meanwhile, I guess I've got something I can tell you tonight. It comes with a bunch of stickers that say Seestar. I don't know why they give us those. And some wrapping paper and some, a little tiny quick read owner's manual. This is the Seestar. It has a alt-azimuth mount which can be used in equatorial mode. This right here is the optical tube. This right here is where you turn it on. It has a 150 millimeter focal length and a 30 millimeter aperture. That's smaller than binoculars. However, with a 150 millimeter focal length and a 30 aperture, that gives it a focal ratio of 5. So it'll be shooting at f5, which is not particularly slow. Oh, it also comes with this thing, a little tripod. This thing, you plug it in here, and then you plug it into your, plug it in here, like there, and you plug the other end into computer or anything that takes one of these plugs. It's like, I actually tested it with my telephone plug. It works fine. So it's like a 5-volt C cable. And it came with this thing. Kind of a nice looking little carrying case. You can put this in here and roll this up and put it in next to it, and stick the solar filter in there and put the wire in and zip it up in case you want to go somewhere. It's very, very, very light. Very, very, very portable. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be, I'm hoping, reasonably clear, like 5%, 6% cloudy, for about 3 hours tonight. And hopefully the same thing tomorrow night. I'll let you know in the morning what my first impressions of this thing were and how well it worked. So I'll see you later. Hello. I went out last night and I was pleasantly surprised. I took the Seestar here, and I went ahead and put it on a tripod I had instead of using the little one. It was 34 degrees, so I ran out and set this thing down, generally kind of like this, facing it sort of like north. Didn't measure anything, ran back in, didn't have a coat on in fact. And 13 minutes later I was taking subs of M42, the Orion Nebula. Went really quickly. I did fumble around a bit. It asked me some questions and I answered them. Then I had to log in like I do with my other mounts to connect, in this case using Bluetooth. Had to connect the telephone to the Seestar. And I told it what target I wanted to go to, and it gave me some more instructions, and I said okay, and it scanned around, figured out where the sky, where everything in the sky was, and went to M42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually photographed 9 targets last night, from 4 to 16 minutes. I wanted to get a bunch of them because I was testing different parts of the sky to see how much noise I was going to be getting in each part. There was surprisingly little noise. However, primary source of the noise is the refinery. It may have been closed down tonight. I'll be going out again tonight if weather holds up between 6 and 9 p.m. And this is Thanksgiving, so there's a good chance that the refinery will be closed down again today. I'm not real sure, but so far this thing looks very, very good. Tell you what it can and can't do. With such a short focal length, it's designed to take pictures of big things, nebula, galaxies, large, close galaxies, things like that. It's not designed to take pictures of planetary nebula or planets. I took a photo of Jupiter. It just looked like a bright star. I could see the moons of Jupiter, but I couldn't get any detail on it. That's the apparent largest planet in the solar system. I got the Orion. Oh, here they are. Here's some of the pictures. I got the Orion Nebula M42. That's very bright. In fact, on a clear night, I can actually see that out of my averted vision. I can see a little fuzzy star with some fuzz. It came out okay in a reasonably short time. I did IC 434, Horsehead Nebula. Now it used the dual, this has a dual band filter and a infrared ultraviolet filter. And if you're photographing something that's an emission nebula, you'll have a choice. So I chose the emission nebula, Horsehead Nebula. So it used a dual band filter. So everything's real red. And it's kind of easy to photograph if you're using a dual band filter. Then I did M36, an open cluster, just to see how it would do with stars. Kind of star quality I was getting. And it came out okay, I think. And then I did C25, the Intergalactic Wanderer. Now that's a globular cluster. Of all the globular clusters, this one is the farthest one away from here that you can actually see. It looks real small and faint. And no matter what camera you're using, no matter what scope, it's small and faint. I found one of the things I found with this is you select the target you want, and it just starts taking 10-second subs. And when you're done, there's a place you can click to remove the noise. That actually gets rid of a lot of noise. In addition to that, however, you can stretch it and kind of zoom in like you can with a camera. You don't want to go too close though, because then you get pixelation. I did a little bit of zooming in with the Intergalactic Wanderer. You can also pick if you want the 9:16 or if you want 3:4. So you can pick how you want it to look when you're finished. So with some of these I did 3:4, some 9:16. Once you pick the one you want, there's a little triangle in the upper right hand side, kind of like an arrow. You click that and it saves it. Saves it to the hard drive in here, and it saves it to your camera. The photographs you're looking at now are ones from the camera. Here's the picture of Jupiter I took. It didn't come out. It looks like a real bright star. I also did M81. There was room for M81 and M82 in some little third galaxy there. Came out surprisingly well, because M81's always been really hard for me to photograph. And I zoomed in a bit to make M81 and moved it around so it was kind of centered. Looks pretty good. Then IC443. Now, IC443, the Jellyfish Nebula, is kind of faint. And at F5, you really need about an hour to get at least an hour to get a photograph of it. So it's kind of faint in this. But I was just checking different parts of the sky for noise and checking to see how accurate the go-to was. The go-to was dead on. Far better than any of the go-to mounts I have. But this is a later technology. It does go-to real well. In fact, the very first thing I took a picture of, Orion Nebula. Normally I've got to do like a 3-star. Normally I have to put the counterweight on, put the telescope on, balance it, both axes, make sure that the mount's level, and then do a polar alignment. And that takes a little while. And then a 3-star alignment. With this thing, I didn't do any of that stuff. I just set it down and started taking pictures. Now, I haven't used it in equatorial mode. If I were going to go 2 or 3 hours, I probably want to use equatorial mode. I'm just using off azimuth mode. And I didn't do any alignment. It kind of aligned itself. Anyway, then I did C31, Flaming Star Nebula, another kind of faint one. Came out okay. You can't see very much because it was just a few minutes. And last but not least, C50, the Rosette Nebula. Once again, I only put a few minutes in, but you can see kind of the faint outlines of it. And, I also have a note here. Please subscribe and leave a comment. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. That's it for my notes. Very, very, very pleased with this. You can't do little small things well because of the short focal length. You can do big things well. When I go out tonight, I'm going to see if I can get Horsehead Nebula and Orion Nebula in the same photo. They have a thing where you mosaic, they call it, where you can take a couple pictures and it'll automatically take most of the pictures and stitch them together for you. And if you're wanting to photograph deep space objects and you want to start from a scratch and in 13 minutes be taking subs, it's a pretty good buy. $349. Of course, you only get this tripod. You could put it on one of those camera tripods. They cost $25. This is a $100 tripod. I'm going to take it out again tonight and check and see if the pictures are any noisier than they were last night. Now, there's no moon, so there was no lunar gradient, but I didn't get any sky glow gradient. Some of these were pretty close to the horizon. I chose them because they were, and I still didn't get any sky glow. And it was using, for most of the ones that were close to the horizon, the infrared ultraviolet filter. What it does is it'll go 10 seconds, then it'll say enhancing, 10 seconds, enhancing, 10 seconds, enhancing. And I didn't get any gradient at all. I didn't get any serious noise. And when you say remove noise, it does a good job of that. Now, I can do the same thing that this does with any of my telescopes. It just takes a lot longer. The C6 operating at f2 is 6.5 times faster than this. So I can collect the light and I do the subs a lot faster than with this. But it was cold. And I was out there in 34-degree weather for 45 minutes trying to set up my C6. With this, I ran out, set it down, and ran back in. So I'm expecting I may be using this whenever if it works out tonight, I'm going to keep using this when it's real cold and see if the refinery starts back up, see how that affects this. And when the moon comes out, see how that affects this. I want to see, I've purchased, it's not here yet, the little thing that lets me use 2-inch filters and 1 1/4-inch filters and a little dew shield and some other little trinkets that you can use with this telescope. $31. My first impression, this is an unboxing and first impression. My first impression is absolutely outstanding. This is the Smart Scope use a much newer technology than the computerized go-to now. These things there. I actually have an optical tube, this right here. This used this technology, and it was 17 years old when I bought it. The electronics were shot. That's an old technology. It's just a few years old. And since they came out with the S50 and then the S30, it's the newest one of the newest technologies around. Seestars, I heard they may be coming out with a 70 millimeter. That'll be more expensive and might be better, I don't know. I know this right here is mighty fine for taking medium to large deep space photographs at f5. If there's no oil refinery cranking out. We'll find out how it works as time goes on. I'm hoping here soon to get a photograph of Jupiter with my C6 or my Mac. Don't have one yet. And that's my evaluation. That's my initial impression. I'll do another video tomorrow when I do some like hour-long sessions on a single target, and I'll show those 3 or 4 of them. And increase. Well, I won't have an initial impression at that point. I'll have a medium impression. Yeah. Then if I use it now and then in 6 months, I'll be able to give you a good review. That's all I have to say right now. I'm sleepy. I want to go to bed. So until I see you again, happy trails.